In this video, I'm going to inspire you. I am confident that you are going to be inspired after you watch this video. I'm going to bring on a guest, which I don't usually do, but I had to get out this young man's story. He is absolutely crushing it. He's been through a lot in his life, a lot of turmoil, a lot of bad things have happened to him, but he has not let that bring him down. He has overcome it, and he is absolutely crushing it in life and crushing it in real estate. He's going to inspire you to look in the mirror and say, I can do it no matter what I've gone through. I'm super excited to introduce you to this crazy guy next to me. He has inspired me more than he probably knows. I've done a lot of kind of cool things in life, but he is way more impressive than I am. So my goal in this video is to inspire you. My goal in this channel is to inspire and educate. We're definitely hitting the inspire part in this video. So I'm super excited to introduce you to this young man. Make sure to hit that like button because I feel like I'm bringing the heat on this video with bringing on this guest. I don't bring on guests very much. So with all that, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, Sam, my name is Yunis Abdallah. I am from Kenya. I was born from Kenya. I came here in 2004 from Kakuma 2. It's a refugee camp that me and my family were in. And then we came here in 2004. They dropped us off at this apartments, basically. And growing up, you know, we didn't have the best childhood. We grew up a little bit too fast also as kids because we didn't know much. We didn't know English. We speak Afmaimai, Somali, and being Muslim too, so it did a lot of bad things. And
people aren't very nice sometimes. You came over here in 2004. How old were you then?
I was three.
And you know, just learning to talk in your native language, not any English. Just dropped off here saying you guys go, you and your family go figure it out. Spoiler alert, he's done a lot of real estate and he's only 20 years old. We'll get to that real estate at the end though. So flash forward a few years, you started going to school. You know, walk me a little bit through kind of your middle school and high school days.
For sixth grade, I actually went to an Islamic private school that my dad wanted us to go. For me, it wasn't really the best thing only because I wanted to finish my elementary school year for sixth grade at my elementary school that I went there since kindergarten, but it didn't work out as planned. So after graduating there, for seventh grade, I went to this school called Langston. I had to fit in to this community that I was not familiar with. So it really made things worse because I was a good kid at first, but then going there, you have to change the way you act only because getting bullied, anything bad happening to you, getting shot, killed, anything. So I had to change my ways and just fit in as much as I could. And I did that just so I can, you know, live through that middle school stage. I've gotten expelled from school at seventh grade by fitting in. Then after that, went to alternative school. From there, I went to another middle school, then got expelled from there again. Then went to high school, then got expelled again. From that point, I was not in the best place in my life, getting arrested, doing very horrible things at that time. While in high school, I did get stabbed over 25 times. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I knew that stat because we talked earlier, but yeah. That's what we're going to allude to the rest of this conversation is, you know, you've been just dropped off here, figuring it all out, having to grow up quick, getting into trouble to fit in, to not get, you know, bullied and picked on. And then, you know, in high school being stabbed, you know, 25 times, did you say?
Yeah, over 25 times.
Over 25 times. That happened. So you obviously were recovering from that craziness at home. Is that kind of a turning point for you? Because, you know, that was probably like 5 years ago that happened to you, and you're in a very good place now. So kind of talk a little bit about that.
After I left the hospital, I was in foster care, and my foster mom, very nice lady, and my foster dad, they took care of me pretty well. They made sure that I got back healthy, took me to work out and everything, try to get me back as healthy as possible. But she also was telling me, you know, do your school. At that point, I wasn't really into school because, you know, all the things that just happened to me, my mind wasn't really focused on that. But I was doing online schooling, and the teacher really motivated me at that point, was saying, just do your work, you can graduate as soon as January. I took that as a challenge, and I actually finished all my classes in November, so 2 months before, and then I was, you know, out of school until graduation from there.
How old were you when you graduated?
16.
Graduated high school at 16, yep.
16. So, yeah, I graduated high school at 16. was starting my life there, and then went to college right away. That summer, I went to college and got my EMT license from there. A year later, I get shot.
I didn't know about that part of it. Okay. If you can laugh about it, I guess I can laugh about it. All right.
Yeah. You know, it's the past now, from where I'm at now. So it's to laugh about because, like I said, a lot of life-threatening things happen. So
where did you get shot? Were you doing something? Was it like you just in a wrong place, wrong time? Or?
Actually, funny story. I was actually doing.
He's got a good sense of humor if he's going to laugh about this. All right.
I was actually doing. I was actually trying to be a good kid that morning. I woke up early. My mom, we had an inspection in the house, so I wanted to wake up, clean up the house before the inspector came. So I cleaned up the house. Everyone was sleeping. So I was trying to throw away the trash, and as soon as I walk outside, 3 guys running there, and all you see is boom, 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 and then hit me right.
So they were shooting at each other, and you just happened to get straight.
Yeah.
Where'd you get shot?
My shoulder right here.
Wow.
Yeah, so I fell back. My brother actually, before I left outside, he was coming down to get some cereal. So while I fell back, I can see him just spill the whole milk on the floor, just watching me, falling with blood on me. So from there, we called 911 and went to the hospital from there.
Wow. All right. I didn't that part. That was a surprise for me. Okay. So you're went to EMT school, got your license, and you're starting to do that work, and obviously recovering from the shoulder injury. So kind of took me through what happened. I guess this is probably only 2 or 3 years ago now at this point, right?
Yeah. So from there, I was in a relationship also. I had a girlfriend that I was madly in love with. Everyone gets their first love, and that was me at that point. So I had my first love, and things just didn't work out from there.
That sounds like you're more hurt by the first love than the shot. Honestly, he's laughing about the shot. He's not laughing about that first heartbreak. So
yeah, that first heartbreak really tore me down. That was the point in my life where suicide even came into my mind. So it was a very hard time for me. From that point, it was really rough. Yeah, it was really rough. So, but I didn't let that take me down. Also, I got stabbed, I got shot. A heartbreak is not going to make me.
You're tougher than that, right?
Yeah. So I just left that alone and started doing other things, try to focus my mind, try to get another job, looking for work, thinking of ways to get out of this struggle and, get into financial freedom.
Now you're doing all that. We talked a little bit earlier, didn't want to do the EMT thing full time. Like you said, saving people's lives and going through all that crazy emotional toil, making, $12 an hour wasn't quite worth it. So you wanted that financial freedom. You wanted to get out of the situation you're in. You wanted to, really make a name for yourself. And you rightly figured out that real estate, in my opinion, is the best way to do that. So kind of how did you get involved in real estate, and kind of walk me through that?
So I read, what was it called? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read that. Actually, I couldn't even find the book. Getting the book was a hassle. I went to like 3 stores just to find that book. But I finally got it, and that was, that made me happy. And it took me a week just to finish the whole book. I was really interested in finding out why was everyone talking about this specific book. And at that time, during that time also, while reading that book, I started doing wholesaling. So from that point, when I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it just set me off to, I'm working for somebody and making them richer, and I'm not getting to where I want to get to. And that $11, $10 an hour is not cutting it at all. So what do I need to do in my life to change? And Rich Dad, Poor Dad really helped me to figure that out. And that's where I was like, I need to change my life. I need to change some things to get to where I need to go.
So you're 20 years old. Mm-hmm. How many houses have you wholesaled?
So far, I've wholesaled 12 deals, and other than that, so we can say at least 15 because I kept some properties for myself or, sold it to one of my friends or family members that were interested in the property.
Okay, so 15 deals at 20 years old. That's crazy. We're going to get into, like I said earlier, people make excuses that, and everybody has their own issues. I get that, but people make so many excuses that, went through way, way less than you went through. So, what brought you here? What brought you to me? Kind of talk about, how our paths kind of got intertwined.
I saw Sam on TikTok. I was scrolling through TikTok, and I watched his video, and he had mentioned that he was investing in St. Charles. There's someone in St. Charles investing and became a millionaire out of nowhere. So I looked deep into it, watched all his videos, then found out that he had a YouTube channel and started watching his YouTube channel, and he was actually teaching, for free how to get wealthy. And at first I didn't know anything about investing. I didn't know anything about wholesaling. So just getting into that, everything was so new to me. But I know if you want anything, you have to study, educate yourself to, be the best at it. So from watching you on that videos, it really just set my eyes open to, okay, if he can do it, what's stopping me? Exactly. So I just did that from there.
Like I'm way tougher than that guy. If he can do it, I can do it. I get it. No, I get it. So then I remember, I think you messaged me on Instagram. We were talking and you're like, are you in town? I'm in town. And then, I told you to come to our local meetup, which is what I tell everybody to do. I don't just say these things. I say these things because you're a shining example. They work. So you came and we started talking and, I know you've just met some of our buyers and you're just kind of starting to really, really get some traction. I mean, you've already done, when I was 20 years old, I can imagine what I was doing, but you're 15 deals at 20. So, now we're here. Now we're talking. So what is your goals in real estate moving forward? You're 20 years old, had a crazy past 20 years. The next 20 years are going to be much better. You're setting yourself up for incredible things and to impact yourself and to impact whatever generations you want to impact going forward. So what's your goals in real estate? And I'm sure knowing you how I do so far, you're going to be thinking big.
Right now, I'm really into multifamilies, big source of income from there. So I want to do multifamilies for now, but my end goal is becoming a developer. I want to develop communities and develop not just in America, but back home in Africa too. I want to develop hospitals, places for other people to live and get to where I know that I'm leaving a legacy where my children's children get that wealth from all the way there. So
generational wealth. I love it.
Yes. So that's really the end goal for me. That's all I really want.
Awesome. Well, shot, stabbed, expelled, heartbroken, dropped off, at an apartment complex at 3 years old, foster, going through foster homes. Did I miss anything? So anyways, yeah, so going through all that is the reason that I had you on here. Your real estate experience is great in itself, but the fact that you've overcome all that is extremely inspirational. I say it all the time. I do a video and sometimes they get a lot of views, and the excuses that people come up with are hopefully completely insignificant when people hear your story. You're inspiring to me. Hopefully you're inspiring to the people out there. Mm-hmm. And I know you have a YouTube channel and a podcast. So why don't you talk here quickly about your YouTube channel, your podcast? It'll be linked in the description. But if you want to hear more about his story and what he's going to do, which is going to be insane over the next 10 years, you probably want to hop on the bandwagon now.
So right now I do have a YouTube channel and a podcast. Videos will be dropping soon on the podcast. But for the YouTube channel, I am showing around properties. And right now, I understand that other people need to, want to get motivated to get into real estate. I'll be sharing my stories, steps on what I'm doing in my life right now, just so other people can follow me along this journey, because it is going to be interesting and you'll see the mistakes that I make and you guys can basically learn from it before you guys do the same thing. And I just want to help other people out the same way Sam helped me out and get to where I am right now. So
the real power is in here with this guy. But luckily you found the vehicle of real estate that allows you to go out and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, which you can do. So I'm inspired by having you on here. I appreciate you being on here. I was excited to be on your podcast earlier. So if you haven't, make sure to follow this guy. Hopefully you're following our channel and subscribing and hitting that like button. Let's try to get this guy's story out in front of more people. And the way to do that, is to check out his stuff, but also to use this platform by sharing this video, liking this video, commenting, subscribing. All those things will help get this video out and help get his story out. So a little bit different video, but it was fun to do. I'll see you on the next one.